mutually beneficial, intimate, long-lasting relationships while lessening racial tension. Cross-cultural is not simply a black-white issue. America is composed of numerous cultures, all of which deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. We need to develop loving friendships in which we learn from each other and seek to enrich each other's lives. True friends may disagree on many things, but they will not allow disagreements to divide them. They will each seek the well-being of the other. Imagine a nation and a world where cross-cultural friendships are a way of life. We wrote this book together because in the providence of God, our paths crossed and neither of us has ever been the same. We have experienced a deep friendship for more than 50 years. In this book, we share our journey and how our lives have affected each other. Let us begin by introducing ourselves. I was born in America to black parents. Dad and Mom really loved each other. Their love provided a sense of security for me and my sister, Jean. Dad had an 8th grade education. Mom had a college degree in education. She taught school for a short time, then decided to become a saleswoman in order to make more money. She was an exceptional salesperson, winning trips for our family. We went to places and stayed in hotels that we otherwise could not afford. Dad worked for 38 years as a janitor for a tobacco company. I lived in a segregated community, went to an all-black church, and attended a segregated school, which I rode to on a segregated public bus. I had no choice in any of these realities.
I was born in America to white parents. My mom and dad had a healthy marriage. Neither was highly educated. Both worked in a textile mill. My sister and I always felt safe and loved. I went to a segregated high school, attended an all-white church in a small southern town. I did not choose any of these realities. In a world often divided by race, it is important to realize that none of us chose our parents, our color, and the place and time of our birth. We were born into a culture which already existed. Some were born into affluent families. Some were born into poverty. Some were born to single moms and never knew their fathers, while others grew up with both a mom and a dad. Some saw their parents divorce, often after experiencing verbal or physical abuse. All of these factors made an impact on our lives. The confusion in racial and cultural identity. We acknowledge that there's considerable confusion even in the terms we use when we refer to someone of a different race. For example, would you call me white, Caucasian, or Irish American?
Would you call me black, African American, a person of color, or just an American who happens to have black skin? If a person born in Jamaica immigrated to the United States, will we call him or her black, Jamaican American, African American, or black from Jamaica? If you have a friend who is from China or whose parents or ancestors came from China, do you speak of them as your Chinese friend or just my friend Young? It is not our purpose to promote a particular term. In building friendships, especially cross-cultural ones, we believe it's essential to use the term that the other person prefers. We also know that derogatory names are sometimes used of various races. These are never appropriate. Throughout the book, we refer to racial differences and cultural differences. Racial differences have to do with physical distinctives, primarily skin color and facial characteristics. Cultural differences refer to patterned ways of life. For example, Chinese culture is distinct from Indian culture. Culture includes language, family structure, economic system, musical forms, and religion. Of course, within every major culture, there are subcultures. For example, we speak of American culture, but we have many subcultures within America. These are ways of life that were brought to America by people from many different cultures. These subcultures operate within a larger framework of American culture. Sometimes we use the words race and culture interchangeably, but often people of the same race are of different cultures. According to the latest research, 75% of whites do not have any friends of color, and this percentage is even higher in the evangelical church. If this is your experience, the racial violence and tension recently